Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome back. Hopefully everybody's excited. Last week of the month of June. Hopefully everybody's doing great. Good to see you, Grant, Brian. Good to see you, Alita, Norman, everyone on YouTube, Facebook Live. Welcome back. Very excited week last week. Had a lot of good rallies. There were actually some really, really good swing trades also. Like I said, I'm looking forward to that swing trading class that we're going to be teaching at Cybertrade University, not including today. We have phase 3 with me live for all my students, gold and platinum students. I look forward to seeing you there. We're going to talk about, there's a lot of good stocks that are moving pretty well out there. So we had a nice couple of rallies. Like I told you, that when we trade, the way you become a very good options trader, very good swing trader, is you have to find the stocks that happen over the course of the day, and then they trickled in. I kind of started going along some swing trades. Bought some Amazon, bought some Chewy. You know, I stocks that got really hammered. I took a little bit of a hit on EDU and Tao. Jumped in a little bit late on that, but what else did I traded? And I bought Cook. I bought Cook because I like Traeger. I figured, but the stock got so beat up. So there were some stocks that really, really got beat up. A little bit of a comeback, but I'm still not sold. I mean, I got a nice little profit. I might take it, but let me tell you, day trading, my God, we killed it. And we're going to talk a lot about them. First of all, a couple of stocks that are moving pretty well this morning. We're going to talk about the stocks that are on that watch list. And if you're watching on YouTube, Facebook Live, and you'll notice up in the alerts in our trading room, there were a couple of stocks that are on there, but there are a bunch of few others that did show up. We're going to check them out. All right, so let me just empty that out and let me fix that, and let's go through what happened on Friday of last week, and then we'll continue and see what to expect to this week. And then we got a couple of earnings coming out this week. Nothing spectacular. I think Nike's coming out today and stuff like that. A couple of little small ones. Nothing. Not a really big earnings week. But regarding what happened last week, I want to talk about the BOXD trade right there. So BOXD. This stock, I told you back on Wednesday, I think it was, it ended up becoming a very good swing trade. This stock got destroyed, okay, and you could see it. It started picking up right around here, around the 17th, which was a week and a half ago. And you could see it started going up nice and slowly, and then it went up to about 240. And it's going up nice and, consistent. It's not a day trade. It's not, oh, hold on one second. It's not a day trade. It's actually a little bit slower, but you can obviously do a little bit more of a, long-term trade on it. You can't. On Friday, it was a good day trade, but you have to trade a lot of shares to make it worth anything worthwhile to do it. But you know what? It was a nice level 1 stock. It was a nice beginner stock. For some of you that are in the cyber group room that are doing a trial, and everybody here watching it, if you're watching a video later, you can always join us later. But you can see here that it's just some stocks that we trade move pretty quickly. And listen, there's certain level stocks for certain level traders. Listen, you want to play the $100 blackjack table, you want to pay the $5 blackjack table. I don't want to compare this to gambling, but at the end of the day, you got to know what you can afford to risk, and when do you want to go out there and gamble? And we don't want to gamble. It's all about less risk, more reward. But this one, pretty good stock. Another one that moved pretty well, CMRX was also a really nice stock on Friday. This stock also took a very big hit. It gapped down. Nice move from the open, ran from $1.80 all the way to $2.40. And you know what's amazing? If some of you didn't watch me, last week I was on NASDAQ, and NASDAQ always has me on their show talking about level 2, basically NASDAQ total view. And one of the things that Jill Marin-Jones told me, she's like, I was talking about Apple, I was talking about some brand names, and then she saw stocks that we were trading, that she never heard of. And she's like, wow, if you look at the real percentage gainers on these stocks, they're very, very impressive compared to trading something else. I'm like, that's what day traders look for. We don't care what we trade. We want to trade something that is very comfortable, very consistent, and we just want to make a day's pay. We're not here to make the $1 million as much as it's nice. Some of us will be happy to make the 50,000, the 100,000 a year salary, okay, sitting at our home. It doesn't take a lot. You buy 1,000 shares, it moves 20 lousy stinking cents. You're talking a $50,000 salary. You see stocks move dollars, $4, 20 cents. It's all you need. So it's all about being very conservative. All right. A couple other things also. The market, I know we had a big rally on Friday. You could see the market was up literally like almost 800 points on Friday. But things were still flat. Airlines, I don't know what's going on in airlines, but let me tell you, I hope I'm not going to have an issue because Delta had a nice little pop yesterday. You could see obviously right the open. Delta, I probably would say, is the pioneer. Like I would say the Google, the Microsoft of the market. When we want to try to find something, gauge where the market's going. The Amazon, that's basically what it's there. But you know what? I hope they get a stop with these cancel flights. I mean, they're having some major issues regarding about staffing. So I mean, I'm going away next week. I'll be down in Florida, in Naples. Looking forward to it. Haven't gone away in almost 6 to 8 months. But I hope I don't get delayed. I heard they were canceling flights left and right. Anyway, let's talk about what's moving this morning because I do have a pretty decent list over here, which you could probably see. You want to check them out. All right, so we got this stock, AFIB. Now, it's the biggest percentage gainer on the NASDAQ. It's also the most active stock on the NASDAQ. You could see here in the bottom left-hand corner. And you could also see the stock had a really nice move when we started watching it this morning. When we opened up the room right before 8 a.m. We had a pretty good move. It ran from like 90 cents, ran to about $1.20. I'm not too super ecstatic on the level 4. I'll show you what I mean. See, it looks very, very spotty, and for a stock that traded literally almost 20 million shares, we're not really getting that much iceberg orders. There are a couple other ones a little bit better, and I'll show you these. We got these couple of stocks over here that are coming up. Like this one's got a huge iceberg order there. BOXD, a little bit here and there. Not super exciting as in what's happening in the pre-market level 4, but the stock will make the watch list. Came out. It's a pharmaceutical stock. I know came out with some pretty good news this morning. AXSM is another one that moved pretty nicely. She's starting to trend down, though. She was nice around early in the morning. You could see when we found it right around 7:48 when you could have got in right around the 34,650, and it ran as high as around 37. Nice little push right there on that stock right there. But she's starting to trend down. When we look over here on level 4, though, I'm just going to bring this up so you guys can see what we got going on. There was a very big iceberg order right around here, and not huge, but you could see there's a nice resistance at 36. There's a decent support, but this guy pulled his order, okay, which kind of gets me a little nervous. You could see as we're zooming out since like 8 o'clock this morning, you could see those big dark color lines, the heat map on there. So you kind of get a sense, you could see where the orders were coming in. You could see this guy lowered his order. This guy pulled his order, so it kind of gets me a little nervous. So I don't like that, and it is a little bit on the expensive side. What is that price? $34. So he's right around here. Let me show you where that is. So that guy right there, that trader is right there. That support level right around that 750 time zone going into about 7:30 till 8 o'clock. That's where it is. It looks like he just came back a little bit. We'll check him out a little bit later. But that, a little inexpensive, a little fast for some of us. Tier size a little small. You got to be a little more of a Category 5 trader. NRSM is another one we found this morning. Another company. You remember we traded this stock back in March. This was an awesome stock. It was a great short squeeze. Went to $1.80 all the way to $8 a share. It was an awesome trade. It started being a good day trade, and all of a sudden had a good rally. She came back down, short squeeze. We know the stock. Go back to your journals and review it. Just be careful of this one right here, even though it did come out with some pretty good news. Hills is another one. I don't know. I might put this on the B list. Not too crazy about it. Started backing off. I'm going to probably scratch this out. EPZM. Now I want to talk about some other stocks on the B list. So EPZM, this stock is gapped up a little big from Friday, but another thing, she's not really moving that much. She's up about 64%. And let me just bring this out so you can see what I'm talking about. You see how it's gapped up from Friday till today? You know, she's moving pretty decently. You know, I'm not completely sold on it. It did have a little bit of pop right around 7:30, and it came back down. So, you know, 7 million shares is a lot of shares outstanding. We'll keep an eye on that one. That's why it's on the B list. Another one that had a nice little run. It came right back down, AGRX. That stock was one of the stocks that I found in the pre-market. She looked good around this morning, but now she's starting to back off right now. You can see she was a reverse stock split. And obviously, I don't know if this is basically the, I guess it must have been some news that came out because stocks don't usually go up, you know, 60%. Now it's only up 38%. But I'll put this on the B list. BOXD, we already talked about. We told you about that stock being a pretty decent swing trade. Stock took a major hit, was as low as $1. It's at 260. It's testing Friday's resistance levels. It could be a day trade. I personally don't like day trading this stock because it's got some nasty shakes on it. A lot of algorithms going on it, but it's been so far a pretty good swing trade. First of all, the Trump stock. You know, this is the copycat of Twitter. Trump basically want to come out with their own one. They didn't do well at all. This stock is, I just realized how crushed it's been getting lately. But you all remember this stock. A lot of you were here for on-site. Remember we had the on-site class? We killed it on this stock. That one day we traded that stock. It ran from $12 to $54. And then obviously it ran to 180 the next day. It was like, for some of you here, you remember that day when you came to on-site. We had to like basically stop everything that we were there for to trade together. We all traded this stock, just totally paid for everything. But anyway, just to remind everybody, I'm going to talk about in phase 3. We are going to be having phase 3 again in October. I think it's around the 19th. We're going to send out an email. Please don't miss that. He made about $45 million, Francesca on YouTube is basically saying. If he sold, I don't know if he made, I don't know if that's been reported, but anyway, bottom line is, reason why I'm bringing it up, not doing too well. It's starting to be a gap fill. That is not a very good sign, all right? Especially now knowing that Elon Musk might be closing on a deal on Twitter. And Twitter, obviously, if you look at it, starting to get a little bit of a Fausto flag. So it could break out if it gets past this 40. Could be an interesting play right there. So Twitter's doing pretty well. What else do we have? I just wanted to bring up some other stocks that really, not really tradable, but do you guys remember this TBLT? This thing just got gapped up, came crashing down, another stock, and then this BRQS, there was a reverse stock split that just came on this one. And we know that, just to remind everybody, reverse stock splits are not very healthy for a stock. Sometimes they have no choice to make it worth its while. They got to cut the float. But, you know, if you ever see a reverse stock split, not really good. Splits are nice. Not that it didn't work too well for Amazon, but it's doing pretty nice. Which, by the way, that was one of the swing trades I did jump in. Amazon had a great support levels right around 100, right above 100. I got in around, I think I got in at 108. I jumped in, so I'm doing pretty well. See what the high over here is, but Amazon, obviously, you know, pretty good swing trade I did on that one there. I just want to see, it's got to break out. You know, it's got to break out of these highs right here. It's got to get past this 125. But anyway, the market, we had a little bit of a rally this morning, and now obviously we're down a little bit. Are we down now? So where are we at? Where are we now? We were up pretty decent, about 100 points, and then so we were down about 10, 20 points right now. So we'll see how things work out. Anyway, don't forget, today, phase 3, Rich just posted a link in there in the cyber group room. If you're watching YouTube, Facebook Live, like us, friend us. You can always do a trial, join our room. We're live here every morning at 9 a.m. and at 2:30 afternoon, so you could trade the morning or the afternoon to get our watch list. And, you know, like I said, and biggest thing you have to learn is you got to learn before you can earn. Be very careful. We're going to the end of the month. And the bad part about this month is that it ends on a Thursday. So I'm expecting it not to be a super busy day because for some of you that are watching from different parts of the country or the world, we have our 4th of July. It's on a Sunday, so that means it's being observed on a Monday, so it'll be closed. So it's going to be a really long weekend, and for traders, first day of the month is on Friday. I'm expecting to be really long, so I'm not really looking forward to, you're going to have a very short week of a short window opportunity. So phase 3 is going to be today, and it's going to be on Wednesday. And Bill Ireland, like you said, congratulations to the Colorado Avalanches, Stanley Cup win champions. Thank you very much, Colorado, because no disrespect to the Lightning, but you beat our New York Rangers. We really wanted the Rangers to haven't won the Stanley Cup in a long time, so we don't want to see Tampa Bay to go in there and do a repeat. So congratulations to the Colorado, and sit back and enjoy. Thanks, everybody. We'll be back here 2:30 in the Cyber Group room. We'll start commentary in about 15 minutes when the market opens up. For the rest of you, I'll see you in class. Happy trading, everyone.